Hi, my name's Ash. I'm a support worker working for Dufferin Agency. I have a very enjoyable, unique job that gives me a lot of opportunity to do things that I wouldn't normally do in a working environment. I work with primarily two lads, Mark and Matthew. One has no communication skills, the other one has very limited communication skills, which gives me a chance to express myself with the service users in a way that I wouldn't normally have the opportunity to do in a lot of working environments. Day to day, you're just doing genuinely decent things. You're out and about. If it's a nice day, instead of being stuck inside an office, you're out having picnics, you're out going for walks on nature trails, you're out having lunch at nice cafes and stuff. You tend to be doing the things that you'd be doing on your day off, yet that's your job to a certain extent. You're just encouraging other people to enjoy the things around you a bit more. A typical day is you turn up into work, you say hi to lads, find out what they've been up to the last couple of days, you have a quick handover with the staff, find out about anything that's been happening, and then you'll go through to the activity support plan, work out what the lads have planned to do, what appointments are to do. Then you will speak to the service users, find out what time they want to leave, and then you'll go out, maybe do a walk in the morning, come back, have some lunch, do some chores around the house, just hoovering, general tidying, and then you normally do a bigger activity in the afternoon, if it's anything from swimming to going to bowls, to going to see some family, going to the pub, maybe playing a bit of snooker. I've been doing the job for about 6 months, and up until that point I've been working with a lot of verbal clients. The client I work with is a non-verbal, doesn't talk at all. So I found when I was doing the swimming in the pool that there was no good for me to saying, come to me, come to me. The best way to do it was with hand gestures, and slowly over time I started to have my own sort of personal hand gestures with him, where a tap on the side would mean swim to the side, touch the side and turn straight away, whereas me rubbing the side would mean come over to the side and hold on to the side. So I just got used to not talking verbally to my service users. I got more used to using hand gestures and sort of personalised sort of hand language to a certain, sign language to a certain extent. I really like my job. I get to do things that people would die to do for my work. I get to go up to the lakes and have picnics by the lake. I get to go to the park and play football. I get to encourage people to do things that they wouldn't normally get the opportunity to do if we weren't there to provide the service that we do. Most people think that you basically turn into work to give clients pills, shower them and wipe their bums, and that is, before I did the work, that's what I genuinely perceived the job to be. You're not doing anything like that. I'm working with lads of a similar age to me. I'm going out and doing things that I would do on my days off. I'm going out and going swimming. I'm doing things that you wouldn't believe that you're getting paid to do, to be honest with you. I'm going to the cinema, I'm going to sit and watch films and have a laugh basically in my job, and the more laugh you have, the more these ideas you come up with, and the more of these activities you do, people seem to think you're doing a better job. The family that we have there, to be honest with you, is their whole extended family. We're with them more than their family. We're with them, I'm with them for 36 hours in a row sometimes, and they look to me for guidance a lot of the time. They look to me for where's tea. They look to me to say what's happening tomorrow. They look for me to help them access the community. So I'm family in everything but name, to be a lot of it. When I started working, they never had any experience in doing any sort of baking, any sort of chores around the house. And since we've been encouraging them to do it, you can now see them they can bake a full cake. We've put on cake bake sales at churches and had charity events where they've been participating in all the baking, which their family wouldn't even believe that they would do it. They'd never done that before. So it's a really nice thing to get them to do these new skills, to do these new things that they've never done before. Mark, the lad that was sat in the car a minute ago, I'd done a 2-mile charity walk with him, and he'd never done walking until that point, and it took us about 3 months of training and keep going and keep turning up, and eventually he did the whole charity walk with us. So that was quite nice to see, because he used to be a very big lad. He used to have quite a lot of weight issues, and now he's quite slender. He can go and do all the walking. He goes and does dog walking up at the rescue centres. He's done a lot of things that you wouldn't have dreamed him doing 5 years ago. I feel like I've made a difference because they're able to access the community in ways they weren't able to a couple of years ago. We're able to go for, me and Matthew are able to just go for a walk on our own, down through the park, pick up some shopping, go to the Ceilidh, have a couple of games of pool and walk back up to the house, there's no one there watching us, there's no one there telling us what to do, and he's doing it all with just prompts and simple communication, and he wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't there to be able to do it with him. He wouldn't be able to have the skills to know where to walk to, how to get to somewhere safely, how to cross a road, and now I've been doing it for a few years, he's able to do that without me even having to tell him now. I don't need to prompt him to look both ways. I don't need to prompt him to stand out of the way when there's an elderly person coming out the shops. I don't need to do that anymore, so I can tell that he's learning the skills that I'm trying to give him.